All right, y'all. Let's get this, man. Y'all looking at the thumbnail. Y'all see the title, and today we got a new power scale going in. This one, and this is who I can't even say his name. What is it? Local? Forgive me, bro, if I missed it, cause I don't want the smoke, bro. But you already know we got what is it? Broly versus your boy Jiren. Jiren, who actually win? Bro, I'm here for it all, man. My favorite, Universe 11 all day. I be telling people Universe 11 all day, man. I rock with Universe 11. And Broly my favorite too, man. I ain't gonna hold you. Even though y'all know I be saying Vegeta Alpha my favorite, but you know, I rock with Broly too, man. But let's get this in, bro. Let's get this in. All right, before we start, predictions. Who I think gonna win this? Hands down, Jiren. I'm just being real, Jiren. Jiren win this one hand down, you know. I mean, I like Broly too, man. I love Broly, but yo, Jiren got this one in the bag. I just want to hear his perspective though, bro. Then again, I could be wrong. We don't know, but I'm going with Jiren with this one, man. He fighting Goku with UI. I never seen Broly fight Goku in UI or none of that. So let's get it.
Get started to talk about which buff alien man would win in a fight. I just wanted to thank you all for helping this channel reach 10,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. Having hit this milestone, I've decided to create a Discord server for this channel. In there, you can interact much more easily with me as well as other Dragon Ball fans to debate or discuss Dragon Ball or really any anime. If we get enough people, we might be able
And have a whole lot of Dragon Ball Z fans and a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z stands in there too. I don't know, man.
Post events and whatnot. Either way, thank you for watching, and let's get on with the video. For the longest time throughout Dragon Ball's history, strength progression has been completely linear in nature between arcs. There was no question that the new villain was stronger than the one who came before, usually directly demonstrating that they had surpassed the level of the previous villain. You could never prove in a million years that Vegeta was capable of beating Frieza, or that King Piccolo would beat Raditz. However, in the era of Dragon Ball Super, just because an opponent shows up first in the story does not automatically mean that they're weaker. Take the biggest example, Beerus. Despite being the first opponent in the story, depending on the continuity, he still hasn't been surpassed by any other villain, or really
look at my boy Vegeta. Get it.
Any character for that matter. The disjointed nature and the scaling of the characters comes to its ultimate climax in the Dragon Ball community with the release of Dragon Ball Super Broly.
I get why some people don't want to see it. I can get it, cause you know some people don't want to do power scale with on the movies, cause you know it's like canon, ain't it? So it don't really go with the episode, the series and stuff like that. I think it do though, but not really. But in a way, but I get what they be saying though. I get what they say though, man. You know, it's the movies though, man. You know, so I don't like looking like Broly versus Jiren. Okay, I want to hear it though.
At least from a surface level glance, it was not immediately clear who was stronger between him and the previous strongest enemy in the story, Jiren. Now that we are nearly 5 years removed from the release of Broly's movie, we have a little bit more knowledge and perspective that we didn't exactly have back then, and we can now confidently say that this fight was and never will be close. So today, let's discuss who is, and probably will always be stronger, Jiren or Broly.
Bro, it's Jiren hands down.
For this video, we will be focusing on the anime versions of Broly and Jiren. While they do both exist in the manga, I think talking about them is far less interesting, given how the Broly arc itself is told to us through a series of flashbacks rather than verbatim chronological showings. Within the anime itself, there are two ways to analyze the topic. Having both Broly and Jiren start in their initial levels of power before having them fight at full power right from the start. We'll be going over both scenarios, as the fights go very differently between both matchups. Consider this a round 1 and a round 2. Round 1, base versus base. When it comes to their individual strength progression, Broly and Jiren function as essential opposites. Broly starts weak and continually increases his base level of power, while Jiren is already strong and is simply suppressing his own power by fewer and fewer amounts. A lot of people when talking about the topic seem to believe that Jiren would just instantly look at base Broly and just decide to one-shot him before Broly could actually develop at all. But Jiren really doesn't do this in character. While he does intervene and one-shot Kale during the tournament, he does this because Kale was what he perceived to be the limits of her power at the time. Compare this to his fight with Goku, where he allows Goku to transform into all of his forms and then patiently waits for him to make the Spirit Bomb, knowing that this was
in base form too, bro. That's crazy.
Goku's full power.
He had to go UI at
this point. In short, Jiren would definitely not just one-shot Broly upon seeing his near instant strength
and then it's a 3-on-1. Come on.
That allowed him to go from base Vegeta level to almost blue level over the course of not that much fighting. That being said, would base and Ikari Broly's rapid strength progression be enough to reach or surpass Jiren's level of power? Probably not. As in this scenario, he would have no reason to transform into Super Saiyan, as Paragus getting killed is something that could not and would not happen in this scenario. Let me explain. During Super Broly, Goku and Vegeta are both described as coming close to the level of the Gods of Destruction while in their blue states. This is telling, as Jiren and Ultra Instinct Omen Goku are both described as having surpassed the Gods of Destruction. With how even Blue Goku by himself is able to handle Ikari Broly, it's pretty clear that Broly's on-screen strength caps off before the level of Jiren. However, this fight would definitely not be a one-shot situation, like a lot of people make it out to be. Either way, this round would still go to Jiren, but it might be just with a little bit more effort than a lot of people perceive. Either way, let's move on to the real match.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said, bro, Jiren got this hands down all the way.
Let's continue going over Jiren's power first before we go over Broly's power. As I alluded to before, Jiren is repeatedly referred to as, even while not at full power, being strong enough to surpass the Gods of Destruction. The anime itself, the Toei website, guide magazines, DVD releases, and V-Jump all refer to Jiren as above the Gods of Destruction, or that he is the strongest being, mortal or not, in his universe, which would include his God of Destruction, Belmod. Of course, it's unclear by how much he surpasses the level of gods, but many statements imply that he is at least somewhat within the same realm as them, meaning that it is likely isn't, say, a one-shot difference. The most common pro-Jiren argument used is that Broly doesn't have any statements that put him above the Gods of Destruction, many pointing to Goku saying that Broly is probably stronger than Beerus and not stating it with certainty. However, this statement really does not matter. Most importantly, Goku himself doesn't know how strong Beerus is. Many point to the conversation that Whis and Beerus had, in which it's explained that Jiren surpassed Belmod, who Beerus lost to in an arm wrestling match. But while the audience may know that Jiren surpassed Beerus, Goku doesn't know this for certain, as an arm wrestling match does not exactly correlate to who would actually win in a fight or whose ki is actually more powerful. Even then, Goku is still assuming that Broly is stronger, the word probably meaning more likely than not. To support this, Broly does actually have his own guide statement saying his power surpasses the Gods of Destruction either way. With those being the only really important statements for Jiren, at least ones that could actually be scaled to Broly, using no other pieces of evidence, I can kind of see how someone might think Jiren wins, as his statements seem more assertive that he is beyond God level than the ones for Broly. But Broly has his own statements, and here's where things do get a little bit silly. Simply put, pretty much every official source has its own version of Broly being called the strongest. Let's take a look. V-Jump, the greatest enemy, a Saiyan. The official Broly promo, the greatest enemy ever. Fuji TV summary, Broly has a new level power. The trailer for the movie, strongest versus strongest. Broly movie DVD sheet, mysterious strongest warrior. Bird Studio magazine, Broly is history's strongest enemy. Shibune newspaper, Broly is the strongest Saiyan. Saikyo Jump, Broly is the strongest enemy. Broly movie promo, Broly is the strongest enemy in history. Now, even if you don't believe in guide statements or something, and only believe, say, the word of Toriyama, Toriyama believes that the strength level in Broly was considered next level compared to everything else, which would include the Tournament of Power. Even ignoring how blatantly cut and dry a lot of these statements are, a lot of people still hold on to the belief that Jiren wins and argue, no, Jiren is not an enemy. So all the...
I still think Jiren win, bro.
Strongest...
I mean, even though he's showing all the stuff, man, still, bro. I mean...
statements no longer matter. Instead, because Jiren is a good person, he is simply a rival, or something like that. Unfortunately, this just goes against official sources. Bringing up the V-Jump description of Jiren that I brought up earlier that calls him stronger than Belmod, the very next sentence calls Jiren the strongest enemy in Dragon Ball's history up to that point. Even the very title of episode 109 of Dragon Ball Super is "The Ultimate Enemy Approaches Goku." Simply put, no matter what way you look at it, Jiren is an enemy and Broly is the strongest enemy in history. Even with it being this cut and dry, some people will still try to argue that Jiren can...
I think Jiren, I think Broly probably win in power, but like in like combat type, yeah, Broly win in power type. Jiren win I guess in combat. That's how I see it now.
Can somehow use his greater amounts of skill and experience to overcome the gap in power. And well, did Goku and Vegeta's greater experience and skill help them beat Super Saiyan Broly?
But Goku was fighting Jiren in UI. That's how I see it, bro. If I ain't seen Goku fighting Broly, if Goku was fighting Broly in UI, then I give it to Broly. But bro, Goku fighting him in UI, Jiren in UI, bro.
Exactly. In the area of Dragon Ball Superhero, the statements for Broly's favor just get even better. Even ignoring the weird statements about Jiren not being actually that much stronger than Goku and Vegeta, Broly is straight up just called the strongest man, the strongest warrior, and that at full power, nobody can even lay a finger on him. While yes, this version of Broly might be stronger than the one in the movie, it's very clear that Broly is incomparable to the level of strength that Jiren showed in the Tournament of Power.
All we needed. Oh, he should have had. They need to put him in a show, man, instead of a movie. I would have.
So unless Jiren shows up somehow and directly beats this version of Broly for no plot reason, there is literally no way for Jiren to ever catch up to the level of Broly's power.
But he was fighting Goku in UI. Broly and Goku and Vegeta, they had to fuse to beat him up. Goku was fighting him in UI. It was a 3-on-1. It was a 2-on-1. Okay.
Round 2 goes to Broly.
Hey, okay. Hey, so overall, it's a draw.
Usually when I make these kinds of videos, I ask you to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And I still want you to. But today, I'm asking you to join my new Discord server. If you think Jiren still beats Broly, or disagree with any of the other videos I've made, I should be in there right now, and I'd love to have at least a chat with you. But that's all from me. See ya.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a draw. Honestly, it's a draw. But I'm giving it to Jiren, bro. He fighting Goku in UI. That's all I seen, bro. He fighting Goku in UI. Bro, come on. Okay, but that's just me though. But link about the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for do, man. I'm out. Y'all be safe.